Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'm Anne and today we're gonna make some wooden postcards. What do we need for this project today? Plywood for the postcards, a saw or use pre-cut wooden cards, some sandpaper, paint of your choice. That can be anything as long as it don't soak into the wood like a stain or a watercolor. Otherwise, you're not able to engrave back to the bare wood afterwards. A paintbrush and a rotary tool to engrave some doodles in the paint. But if you don't have a rotary tool, you can use a different color paint or pen to just draw your design on. Let's get started. Recently I bought some plywood at the hardware store and I had these offcuts from a bigger piece. Instead of throwing it away, I thought I could use them for something fun. They also had a discount table and I found these small cans of paint. These are testers with chalk paint and they costed only 50 cents. So I bought two nice colors and we are gonna use it for this craft today. First I will sand the plywood. It's pretty smooth, but I might use the wood burner on the back as well, but that's optional of course. And then I'll cut these strips of plywood into smaller pieces with this. I believe it's a jigsaw, right? These will be a bit smaller than your usual postcards because I don't send them through the mail, but feel free to adjust the size to whatever you want. Mine will be something about 8 by 11 centimeters. Now that I have the cards, I'll take the chalk paint and a cheap paintbrush and paint some random blobs on the wood. I also found another little paint can. It's furniture paint with a chalky finish, but use whatever you want. I like the matte finish, but you can use acrylic paint too if that's what you have at home. It doesn't matter what shape it is, and that's the fun of it. Just paint some shapes you like. Triangles, squares, ovals. It doesn't have to be very neat either. I like having some rough paint on the edges. In the meantime, when the paint is drying, I'm gonna design some doodles. I probably stick with just some florals, but I think bugs or fruits will also be nice designs to put on your cards. You can make use of composition to design a nice doodle that fits nicely with the blob you created, but you don't have to put that much thought in it. Let it be a loose practice to have some fun with art and creativity. And then just draw something from imagination, or you can use a reference photo. But keep in mind that you don't put too much details into the doodles, otherwise they might get lost in the engraving. The lines of the engraving equal somewhere about an 0.5 fine liner and a thick marker. Then, when the paint is dry, you can either draw your designs again with pencil on the wood, create a graphite transfer, or if you feel very confident, freehand it without a sketch underneath. I had 9 doodles and only 6 wooden cards, but my husband helped me choose the designs. The graphite transfers on the dark paint didn't show up that well, so instead I did a white charcoal transfer. That works really well. If you don't have a rotary tool, just draw your design with a gel pen or a different color paint. As you can see, white can be very nice as well. If you use a rotary tool, like I am, and you're not that familiar yet with the device, just test some strokes on the scrap piece first, because it rotates in a certain direction, so strokes can look different when you engrave upwards or downwards. It doesn't matter that much, but keep it in mind. Now, what tip do you use for this? I have a few bits that are specifically for wood, but they cut a little bit too deep for this, I think. Personally, I found that the very small diamond bits do the job just fine. They make nice narrow lines and don't go too deep into the wood. You may want to go over the engraving several times to get it the way you want, and blow away the dust as you go. When finished, you can gently erase the remaining graphite or charcoal if necessary, but be careful not to scrub away the paint layer. And there you have it, some cute little wooden postcards. If you want, you can write or burn something on the back, like those postcard lines, or a personal message, or even put a magnet on the back and stick it to your fridge. But then I would advise you to apply some finish first. I think I'm gonna spray some transparent lacquer on it and leave it like this. Please let me know what you think of this in the comments down below and if you are gonna make this for yourself. I highly recommend it because it's a lot of fun. Have a nice day, until next time.